Hey gardeners, my name is Michael Sheehan with Team Grow. Today I'm going to be showing you exactly how to build a metal raised garden bed in your own backyard. Follow along, I'll give you the tips and tricks to ensure that you have a successful garden. Let's go. Today I'm going to show you how to build one of these jumbo sized garden beds. I'm going to walk through every step from unboxing to the final edging. When unboxing your raised garden bed, you want to make sure you have everything required to build it. So let's take a look, make sure we've got everything today. I've got my flat panel here. That's step number one. These are going to build the walls of the bed. Number two, we've got our corner panels. The corner panels, we should have 4 of these for this raised bed. Next, we've got our elbows. These elbows are going to go in between the straight panels to create a 90-degree angle. Every bed requires edging. This keeps the top of the bed safe so that you don't ever run into it, scratch yourself, or anything like that. Nice safety measure. For the jumbo size bed, you're going to need your bracing rods. These are going to keep your beds from bending over time under the weight of soil. So make sure you got those ready on hand. Last but not least, to put it all together, are screws, nuts, and bolts. Make sure you got all of these ready so that we can put this together and it'll hold it together. All right, so for every panel, you're going to have 6 of the screws. You're going to have 2 of these bad boys where they have both the washer and the nut attached. And then you've got one of these flat washer and nut combos. So 4 of those, 2 of the full ones, and 6 of the screws. Last but not least, we've got a few tools that I recommend. A measuring tape. You want to make sure that your space is ready and fit for your raised bed. Number 2, a Phillips head screwdriver. And 3, a pair of scissors so that we can open everything up and get building. All right, now we're going to be putting our side panels on the raised bed. I've got a few tips and tricks for you to make sure it happens easily. You're going to line it up either in the front or the back, whatever your preference is. Now, I always start with the top and the bottom to get it aligned because that's going to make the rest of it so much easier. So find the holes, put the screw in. Once it pops through both sides, then we're going to take the nut, we're going to screw it in. The thing I love about these is they're so easy to use. You just need your hands. We'll tighten them up at the end. So that's the top. Then we go with the bottom. Again, find the holes, line them up. Once they're lined up, the top and bottom are lined up. You can see all of the holes in the middle are going to be lined up. So it's easy, quick assembly for the rest of the panel. That's going to save you a lot of time and frustration. The top 2 are going to be these 2 guys for easy assembly. Bottom 4 are just the regular screw and nut. All right, there we go. We got our first side panel on. Now, just a few more to go. We're going to jump back in once those are on. What I recommend doing is grabbing your favorite chair, hanging out in the garden, and building your bed. There's nothing easier, and it's quite enjoyable too. Once we're ready for the corner piece, we're gonna just take it, line it up, make sure it's at a 90-degree angle, start with the top and bottom screws to get it aligned. One thing to note is you're gonna want to line this up on the outside. Final panels here. Feels good. Love the feeling of a fully built raised bed. This is gonna have a lot of fruits and vegetables in it soon. So there are 2 types of bracing rods. One is a 2.5 foot, the other is a 4 foot. To get the 4 foot, you take an extension piece and you connect it. So we'll be placing these along the raised garden bed to provide strength and to prevent bowing because the weight of the soil actually presses out on the walls. So without these bracing rods, it could bend and warp. So let's get these into the bed. First up is a 4-foot rod. You can see it fits perfectly within the width. You're gonna wanna go to your 3rd hole and screw here. Get this lined up. And it just screws in just like that. So now we've got the 2.5-foot one. We're gonna go right here. 3rd space down. Unscrew both sides. Line it up. Screw it in. Nice and easy. Take the 2nd one. Line it up, screw it in, and then we'll tighten it with our Phillips head screwdriver just to make sure it's secure. So I'm gonna do that on this side. We just placed our raised bed in the garden where it's gonna be, and we had to adjust the soil level to make sure it was level. Now we're spreading our compost and starting to build the soil that will be in our raised bed that'll grow all of our incredible fruits and vegetables. The final step to building our raised bed is putting on the safety edging. It's really easy, clip on rubber edging that we're gonna line onto the bed. Find the crease. At the end, I guess we gotta open it up a little. There we go. Find the crease, pop it on, and then run the edging along the bed. Sometimes the beds can have sharp edges or corners, and this just keeps it from, being sharp at all. It's nice and easy, and if you're ever working on the bed, you can lay your arm down and it'll keep it from scratching you. When you get to a point where you have 2 overlapping raised beds, 2 panels like that, you may want to just open up a little bit of space so you can fit over top. The other tip that I have when applying the edge is get your thumb, apply pressure, and run along the rubber edging. Makes applying it onto the edge very easy. All right, and just like that, we're all done. If you have any extra, you can cut it off. We did it. We built our raised bed. Thank you guys for being a part of the journey, and make sure to apply this knowledge because knowledge is power. So check out the raised beds at teamgrow.us and start growing your garden today.